Hey, family. Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody there? Hello, family. Thought I'd come on super quick today just to, go over some things. And I really have had some things on my mind today. And I hadn't even really planned on going on live. But I've really been thinking about something, and there's been a lot of protesting. They're still going on. This it's been a lot of shootings that's been going on also. And I've been thinking about what's about the black masks, and I've been thinking about every time it's been a shooting, nobody's been found. June 21st, there was a shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota. One man died, and 11 people were hurt. June 29th, you had another shooting. 16-year-old died, and 14-year-old was wounded. Nobody, each shooting, nobody is being held in custody. There are also other things like the shooting in Georgia. Also, very concerned because let me ask you a question, family. If I want to stay in power and I'm the old slave patrol, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to do some things to make some things stay the same, right? We have to believe, we have to never forget who we've been dealing with all this time, okay? Who have we been dealing with and what mentality have we been dealing with? We've been dealing with KKK racist police officers in blue, right? And their mentality is not normal because it's not normal to actually shoot a man in the head. It's not normal to lay on a man's neck and until for 10 seconds and to allow him to die. It's not normal behavior to see to see a child running and you shoot him in the back 5 or 6 times. It's not normal to see a guy sitting in a Wendy's parking lot and you shoot and kill him. It's not normal to see a guy sitting in his car asleep and he gets shot 45 times. Some of this behavior is not normal. Okay. We have to understand what's really going on here. I've also pulled up some other things to help us to understand what is really going on. And I was really thinking about this today. And I said, if I want to stay in power, I'm going to have to continue doing some things, but I'm gonna have to do it not looking like myself. I'm gonna need some help here. Okay. Let me show you guys something. Okay. I don't know how to do this where I can pull it up and share my screen with you. So I'm gonna have to use my phone and I'm gonna show it to you by using my phone. And I'm gonna just show it to you. Okay. And I want you guys to help me to understand something here. Okay. Let me just show you what I've been looking at. Oh shoot, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this or not, you guys. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. You know I love. Hold on. Take my phone off charge. I want you guys to see this. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Hold on, you guys. Let me see. Are you gonna be able to see that? Let me see. Hold on. As I promised, I would be doing a review of Johnny Cox's The Ugly Man Mask. No, hold on. Here it is. Hold on, that's not it. Hold on, you guys. I wanted to see. Oh my goodness, hold on. I want you guys to see something. How's everybody doing out there? This is Junebug Obama. I don't know if you all caught it. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to show you. I seen a guy where and this really looks real. Looks really, really real. Okay. This is supposed to be a white guy. Now this is a white guy in a black face mask. Okay. I want you guys to help me to figure something out. If I want to stay in power, and they are offering if they're offering um outfits like this, wouldn't it be to my
Just wanted to give you a
wouldn't it be
video review of something somewhat new and something very new. What I'm wearing right now is a Dermal Synthetics Derek mask, and it fits great, as you can see. I don't have any makeup on under my eyes right now, but I am wearing my contacts and have a nice shiny bald head. The other things that are really new are these. And this is a smaller version of the normal gloves from CFX. And they are able to skin match the color of the mask to the gloves. I've had SPFX gloves before, and while they fit pretty well, they were very poorly made. They ripped a lot, and they really didn't feel as great as these do. As you can see, they really match the color of the mask very well, and they don't really look that big, so you can really get away with it. Also had Wes give me a little bit of a arm tattoo on this one, and wearing a watch. One of the great things about this is the dexterity that the gloves provide. I was able to pick a coin up off the top of a desk, and I've also been able to lift off coin from the bottom of the floor. So these are perfect. They look really great. They are pretty high. As you can see, they almost go to the elbow, and these are great stuff. I've been waiting to get a pair of gloves that were a little smaller than the regular ones, so these are considered a smaller size, and feel really good. Also got another pair for my Prometheus mask, so you can see quality is excellent.
okay, family?
I'm also getting a
Help me to understand. Help me to understand this. Why is it that something like this is ever needed? I'm not understanding. Now this is another one. I don't understand. Why is something like this ever needed? Okay. So my thing is, we know that it exists, right? Why does it exist? Who would go out of their way? This is the thinking that we need to start thinking about. Okay. We're dealing with people that aren't normal. We're dealing with people that have psychological problems. We're dealing with people whose father is of the devil. I'm going to just say it because I was looking at this and I was thinking about the shootings. I was thinking about the NFA had a march on Stone Mountain July 4th. July 4th night, we had a shooting, right, in Atlanta. Okay, a little girl died and some other people, right, got shot. Now, June 21st, you had, and this has all been since the uprise of the protests to defund or to dismantle the police. Okay, you've had several shootings in different places around the globe. Okay, dealing with shootings and trying to make it seem like we need the police. Okay, this is why we have to think about getting us a defense together. Okay, we don't need to be abused by abusers. We don't need somebody that's going to murder you to stay in control of you. Okay? We can police ourselves, but we have to do the work. We have to get it together. We have to get our defense going, family. Okay? We say we want to police ourselves, but we're not putting anything in place to replace the abusive, racist KKK men in blue. Okay, we have to put something in place to replace them. We can't say we want to, we don't want police officers when we know that we're going to need some help at some point. Okay, we have to have somebody else to call. We have to start thinking about who can we get to do that. The NFA is somebody who's already have a plan to do that. I've been watching some videos of theirs, and why not? We can police ourselves. We should be policing ourselves. And it's just really upsetting how when somebody tries to come to defend us, when somebody comes to try to rise to kind of help us out of the problem, or help us out of the rut, or help us out of the abusive relationship that we're in, we will fight them tooth and nail to stay in this abusive relationship. I mean, you've had people to rise up out the blue and say, "Oh, he can't do this and he can't do this," and I'm like, how do you know, you guys? Does anybody have a better plan? You have a man that's trying to step up, who's been in the service, who's doing security, who's doing IT, who's doing a lot of, has a great background. Okay. Why not give them a chance if they are qualified to do it? Help me understand this. I'm really trying to get this, wrap my head around this. We want some help. We want to be free, but we're not stepping out to do anything to be free. So how can we want to be free if we're not going to do anything actively to be free? You can't just say I want to build a house and you sit there and look around for the next neighbor to build a house. He's going to build his house, right? We say we want to defund the police, which means to take some, okay, because New York police was getting paid millions, 10 dollars, some million or billion, 10 billion, I think it was billion of dollars to police. Okay, I know it's a big city, but why not take some of that money from them? And I think my thing right now, defund them until we break it down and rebuild it. Then we're gonna defund them, okay, dismantle them, and we're going to build it up from the ground up. Okay, no more of the, we went from slave catchers to police officers. We changed the name, but we didn't change the job description. Now let's change the basics, change the foundation, change it in order to rebuild it. Okay, we got to have some people in there, and we got to come up. You can't just protest and doesn't have it. We don't have any demands. We're just protesting. We're sitting there. We got more white folk out there than we got black folk. But I'm trying to understand. Yes, we have to spend money within our community. We also have to get our own security. We have to do this nationwide, family. We can't just say, okay, we want to dismantle and defund the police, but not do anything to replace it. Just like I say, okay, let's get our own businesses. Let's run the nail shops out of our areas, but we have to also replace them with our own businesses, right? We can't just run a Chinese shop out and not replace it with your own business. Okay. We want to bring more businesses, and that's us, into our neighborhoods that want to have their own business, but we have to also support our own. Okay. You can't just say, okay, we're gonna put a black owned business right here, but we're not gonna support it. We're gonna still go over here to Walmart. No, it's time for us to get our mentality straight. We say what we need, but I don't see anybody doing anything to make this happen. This young man is trying to make it happen, and we have torn him up from left to right, inside and outside. And I'm like, but who has a better idea? At least he has an idea. Let's try it to see how it works. Instead of us always tearing our own down, if somebody white would have came up with the same idea that NFAC came up with, you would have black folk would have jumped on it. Why is it that we think we need our open enemies to protect us? We always need them in our life. We can't live without them. But then they don't know how to treat you. But you still don't learn. But that's okay. They can disrespect you. They can treat you like a dog. You still keep coming back. You still keep licking on them, right? But then let a black person come up and want to do something for you. You'll look at them and you got 15,000 zillion trillion questions. Well, where is he? Who is he? Where he come from? Who is his mama? Who's daddy? What area he come from? We got all these questions, but then let a white person come up and we jump on the bandwagon. We don't ask any questions because we just know. We've been so brainwashed and so trained not to question our enemies, our open enemies, who treat you like crap. They treat their dog better than you. They've been killing you nonstop, and somebody had the nerves to say this man is going to start a war. Well, if you have not looked around, we're already in the war. If you've not looked around, you're already dying, doing nothing. If you're going to die, at least die defending or changing your situation. Why are we sitting here looking at other people and we're waiting for other people? We're waiting for Joe Biden. We're waiting for Trump to get us out of what we can do for ourselves. We're waiting for them to do what we can do for ourselves. So why aren't we doing things for ourselves? Why are we sitting up waiting for white supremacists to get us out of the rut that we're in? Do we really believe that they're going to get us out of a rut? Do you really believe that white supremacy is going to do anything for black people? Biden has not said he's going to do anything for black folk. Trump has not said that he's going to do anything for black folk. So what are we doing? What are we waiting for? I do believe in voting locally. We can vote out some of these DAs. We can vote out the prosecutor. We can vote out the mayors. I mean, just like the mayor in Kentucky. Okay, Breonna Taylor. Let's say her name, Breonna Taylor. Let's say her name again, Breonna Taylor. Let's vote him out of office. Okay, let's vote the DA out of office. The prosecutor who's marrying a white woman. He had a wedding reception, what, 2 weeks ago? And the girl is still, her killers are still loose. Tell me why. This is a black man. The DA is a black man who's marrying a white woman. So we already know he's not black first. We already know this young woman means nothing to him. We already know that. So guess what? When the election comes for him to be reelected, we know what to do. It's things that black folk can do, but we won't do it. It's things that we can do here today, and we won't do it. I don't understand that. We say we won't change. We say we want to be free, but we're not doing anything to walk toward that freedom. Why is it? I don't understand that. I'm trying to understand. Do we really believe that the KKK in blue is having nothing to do with these shootings? They can never find any suspects. I just read three of them, that no suspects have been found in either case. You mean to tell me we got a drive-by shooting? And you remember 2 years ago or a year ago, it was the Memorial Day holiday. 61 people in Chicago. 61 people in Chicago got shot at or shot up. Okay. Do you really believe the 61 people got shot and nobody knows? Nobody saw anything. Nobody saw anything. Nobody got any, saw anybody get out the car. Are we that dumb? Do you not believe that the KKK had something to do with the police in blue? The KKK in blue had something to do because these masks were out. We have satellites. Okay. You mean to tell me they can't find anything? We have children missing. You mean they can't find out what's going on with our children, our women being missing? It's so many questions, and we sit here and we're waiting for other people to answer these questions. We're waiting for other people to do something for us that we can do for ourselves. Why aren't we doing it? What are we waiting for? I don't understand. What are we waiting for? Why aren't we mad as hell right now and wanting to do something to make a change for ourselves? Why are we continuously waiting for our open enemy, who don't like you, waiting for them to do what for us? They're not going to do anything for you. They've shown you that. We have the Black Caucus in office, right? Black Caucus supposed to have black folk back, supposed to have, they'll call Black Caucus for a reason, right? But what do? They talk about the debt cut. They talk about what they're going to do for the immigrants. You go on their webpage, they don't have anything that they're going to do for black folk. And Biden just said that he's going to bring 11,000. 11,000. Okay, 11,000 immigrants into the country. It might be 11 million. It was 11,000, 11 million immigrants into the country. You already, black folk can't get a job. So this reset was for you to actually establish your own business. How many established their nail shop? How many black folk pulled their monies together and got their own business? How many black folk pulled their monies together and got their own catering company and maybe have dessert with it? How many black folk on here pull their monies together and got maybe a beauty, black folk love to do hair, okay, nails, hair, feet. How many black folk on here got it together to where now you have an operable business where somebody can come and get their nails, hair, and toes and, braided, feet done, nails done, waxed, eyebrows tweaked? How many black folk on here thought about doing that? Why are we waiting? What are we waiting for? You want change. You actively have to do it yourself. We can't sit up here and continue waiting for somebody else to do what we can do for ourselves. It's going to take us wanting change. It's going to take us stepping out to do it. It is going to take us making it happen for us. And we get together and join up and get behind that person. to help that person also. That means when a beauty shop comes up in your city, you support it. That means when a person comes out, a black person comes out to do nails, you support him. Your feet, you support. Beauty hair products, we support it. You can't want black folk to come up and open up different businesses and you not support. We have got to change our mentality. Their ice is no colder than our ice. We'll have ice man, a fish man. We have fish market in our area. We had a black market and a Chinese market. Guess who got more business? And tell me why the Chinese man got more business when he treats you like an animal. We saw what happened with COVID. We see every day how they treat our African brothers and sisters over in China. When the Wuhan, it's all of this started in China with the Wuhan, right? In Wuhan, right? With the COVID, right? So why is it that they turned around and start treating the Africans the way they started treating the Africans? And we didn't say anything. We didn't stand up to protect, but they just protected us globally. People stood up globally to protect us. We've got to stop. It is time for us to change our mentality. If you want to see change, you have to be the change you want to see. I'm not talking about black on black crime at all, because guess what? We have white on white crime. Okay. Who's shooting up schools? In case when a white person come to you and ask you about black on black crime, about black on black crime in Chicago, black on black crime in Georgia, black on black crime in New York, you look at them and you say, what about white on white crime? Let's talk about white on white crime. Let's talk about Asian on Asian. Let's talk about Mexican on Mexican crime. Everybody has crime and everybody kills who they're around. Black folk just happen to be around black folk. Mexican folk be around Mexican folk. Asian folk be around Asian folk. So guess what? It's just not black on black crime. That's what the media has you believing. But if you really looked it up, FBI, you can look up the FBI. White folk kill more. Okay, you have to understand. But we go to jail more. Okay, so when they talk about that, just miss me with all that black on black, whatever. Okay, what about Peterson? Remember the man who killed his wife, who was pregnant for his girlfriend? Okay, who now they're getting ready to give him a new trial. Okay, they're getting ready to get him out of jail. That's all. When they talk about the new trial, that means he's going to get out of jail. But you just killed your wife, who was pregnant at the time, and now you're going to release him. Let's talk about who's shooting up schools. Let's talk about who shot up Walmarts. Let's talk about who's shooting up the nightclubs and who shot up the churches. I'm just saying. So when you talk about black on black crime, you better be ready to talk about white on white crime. I'm just saying. I'm seeing this, and I'm looking at the whole scenario, and we are so blinded, and we are so not. We can't even think how disgusting their thinking is. We can't even understand how demonic their thinking is. Who would think about making, or who would think about buying a black man's mask? And who would think about doing some of this? Have we ever thought about building or making or getting us a white man's mask? Have we ever thought about that? I'm just saying, this is crazy. Who does this? I don't understand who would want to do this. And you're talking, this is a white man. Okay. And he's wearing a black man's mask. I'm just saying, I'm trying to cover. I don't want you guys to see the light behind it. Do you guys see this? Who thinks about building one of this? I wonder if they got a white man's mask. You think they got a white man's mask? I don't think they make those. Why would they want to make a black man's mask? I'm sorry, if you probably can't really see it. Why would they want to make a black man's mask? Tell me why they want to make a black man's mask. Isn't that disgusting? And then the man said, oh, it's perfect. Okay, it's perfect for what? What are you planning on doing with that mask? That's illegal. What are you planning on doing with that mask? And you mean to tell me they're not using these masks? Did you see when they had they went to that AutoZone and they broke the windows out of that AutoZone? Oh, sorry. Did you remember seeing that? How the police officer went and he had dressed up like one of the protesters, right? And he was breaking out the windows of the AutoZone, right? You mean to tell me they're not wearing black masks? They can never ever find anybody that's involved in these shootings, right? So now you can go through the black neighborhood and you can just shoot up people and you don't see anything. Black folks, keep your eyes open. If you out here protesting, Keep your eyes open. Keep your head on a swivel. Watch your surroundings. It's time for us to understand what's really going on here. We're not understanding the at what level they will go to in order to stay in power. We're not understanding the level that white supremacy will go to for them to stay in power. The police don't want to. They're not giving up with a fight. Okay, but we got to outsmart them. We got to be smarter than them. I was thinking about this, and I said something is not right. Even when I heard about the Chicago people, the 61 people died that Memorial Day, like 2 years ago, I thought something's wrong here. Something's wrong. But every time the news tell you, they automatically went and said, "Oh, they had black on black crime. They had a shooting in downtown Chicago. They had they had a shooting. Okay, and they automatically think it's a black person. They automatically put it on a black person. So our minds, they're training us mentally to automatically see us as the criminals. They're portraying us as criminals to everybody. So everybody that look at black folk, they see, oh, those criminals. There they go again. Okay, well, what about you guys? What about every time you see a crime, a white person commit a crime, you never see their face. But every time a black person commit a crime, whose face do you see? You'll see the black. Even if we were the victims, you see us, right? You don't ever see the person that committed the crime toward us. You'll see us. You still see us, our faces, right? Come on, you guys. I'm not buying this. If they making these masks, you better believe that these white folk, these KKK in blue, you better believe that you better believe. You're not gonna tell me. You are not gonna tell me that they're not wearing these masks. You are not gonna tell me that the police officers are not wearing these masks. You're not gonna tell me that. I'm not believing it. Uh-uh. Look how real that thing looks. Look how real that thing looks. And you gonna tell me you wouldn't even know if somebody's with you and they have on shades. How are you gonna know that they're a white person underneath there? You're not gonna be able to know it. How can you tell? You're not gonna be able to see it. Yes, they are, and I believe you. Did you see on? Did you look at this one? Look at him. You can't tell he white under there, can you? Just like the hanging. Just like you see these officers now. They're dressed up in fatigues, right? And they're just snatching these people off of the street. Okay, they are just snatching these people off the street. They're not identifying themselves. I'm gonna tell you what, family. If you ask them who they are and they don't tell you, that's called kidnapping. If they are not identifying themselves and they are telling you, okay, you out there protesting, you out there walking, or you just walking at night, and you see an army truck or army, now they have plain vehicles. They're dressed up in these army fatigues, and they're just taking people off the street. And the girl said, "Where are you taking him? Where are you taking him?" And they never said anything, right? Okay, how do you know that that's not how they hanging people? Okay, or giving them a drug. You okay? Because in Virginia they found a guy that had a pickup truck. It was like four men in a pickup truck in Virginia. They ended up arresting them. They had the ties, they had the tape, they had the rope, they had everything in the back of this pickup. Okay, all they got to do is drug you and put you and throw you in the back of the pickup, or put you in the other part of the pickup because it had four doors. All they had to do is put you in the back. Nobody's gonna know if those windows are dark that you're back there. Okay, and then all they have to do is rope you up, string you up, and drive off. That's how they getting up there with the pickup trucks. People are not, you guys better understand who you're dealing with. We are not understanding who we're dealing with, family. It is time for us to get our heads out of our butts and understand what's going on. Keep your head on the swivel, because I'm gonna tell you what, if I'm out there walking and somebody coming up to me, talking about come in my car, and if I ask you who you are, you don't if you're not telling me who you are, I'm not getting in your car. And guess what? It's not gonna be pretty. I keep telling y'all, practice your Second Amendment. You should not be leaving the house without your friend with you. You should not be leaving the house without your friend with you, family. You better have some firearm. Practice your Second Amendment. I keep telling y'all, this stuff is getting so serious. And how is it that we're supposed to know who these people are? And I seen it was just on here where the unidentified. Hold on. I'm looking for it now. Because the girl said, "Who are you?" And this is, I just want to show you. I'm going to show you. This is the one. Hold on. The girl asked, well, who are you? And the guy never identified himself. He never said anything. Um, Look at this. I just want you to read. I just want you guys to see this. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know how to do my screen to where, I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you guys see this? I'm sorry, you guys. It's kind of like a glare on it. Okay. I mean, these people are really, they're walking. Did you see the fatigue? Okay, they are walking up to these people and they're just arresting them and putting them in the car, and they don't even know. They don't even know who this person is. The one young lady asked them, "Well, who are you? Who are you?" She kept asking, "Well, who are you? Who are you?" And they wouldn't even identify themselves. They're not. Look. Use your words. What are you doing? Use your words. What are you doing? You see the girl? You see them going up to her? Use your words. They're not saying anything. They are just taking him. Who are you? They're not even telling them who they are. What's your name? Tell us your name. I'm supposed to know who you are. Look at them just putting her in that car. You see that? That car does not look like a police car to me. And I'm gonna tell you what, family. Y'all better not get up in these cars. I'm telling you, they are looking like soldiers. Okay, these are soldiers. Okay. Do you see them? These are soldiers. Tell me, why is it that I'm seeing soldiers? They look like soldiers, but how do you know that these are soldiers? We don't know that these are soldiers. They're not even saying anything. They just coming up to you. He's standing like this with his hands up, and they take him, put him in the car. The car is not marked. Why is it not marked? Where'd they take that person? Who are they? You gonna get in the car with them? I'm not. I don't know about you. It is time for us to be smart and vigilant. Okay, stop acting crazy. Things have changed for us, family. Things have changed. That right there, I'm looking at that and I'm like, how many black folk would just get in the car thinking that they'll be safe, thinking that they just gonna go to jail, and they taking you who knows what? Because I don't know that we don't even know who that person was. We don't, because the girl kept saying, "Who are you? What's your name?" And identify yourself, and they never identified themselves. So are you getting in the car like that? I'm not. I'm gonna tell you what, it's not gonna be a good day, because I'm gonna be afraid, I'm gonna be scared for my safety, and I'm gonna have to do what I have to do in order to live. Because right now, the way they killing black folk, I'm not getting in the car. I'm not trusting that. I'm not trusting that. I don't know about you. Let's see what we saying in the comments. I'm thinking they fake too. You better arm up. We've been praying up, honey. We praying up. You better arm up now. Okay. Okay. We're playing this to get rid. Okay, but guess what? The white folk ain't going nowhere, because guess what? You have to understand, this is globally, okay? This is just not something that's naturally happened. I've never seen globally where white folks stand up for us. And it is in the word that they are going to fight for us. We've never had to, listen to it, we've never had to fight for ourselves, have we? Ever. White folk somebody else has always fought our battles for us. How do you know that this is what's not happening right now? They can't get rid of the white folk. It's more of them out there than it is us. And Black Lives Matter, let's not get it twisted. They are not for black folk. Just because you see black folk, who's behind it? Who's financing? George Soros, which is LGBT elemental P. They always try to take over our movement. They need to get another bus, and we need to shut them down. Black Lives Matter is not for black folk. We need to shut them down and let them know this bus is taken. You need to catch the next bus, okay? Because they always jumping on the bandwagon. And what we do, we always let them. This time, this is not their bandwagon. Because I'm going to tell you what, family, we have to start thinking about what's getting ready to happen next. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm turning the light on. We have to think about what's getting ready to happen. What's really happening? What's all of this about? All of this is about more than what's meeting the eye. We've never had to fight for ourselves. This right here is bigger than us. So we just have to sit back. They're going to fight again, destroy themselves. Okay. That's usually what happens. They destroy themselves. We don't have to fight for ourselves. And guess what? We are coming out with great substance, because guess what? The Arabs owe us, the Jews owe us, Who? The Jews, the Portuguese, Africa. They owe us. It's five people, four people that owe us besides America. So five people altogether. So you think we're not gonna come out with great substance? Oh, we coming out this mug with great substance. But I want us to be vigilant. That word gets me. Vigilant. I want us to be aware. I want us to strap up, and I want you to keep your head on a swivel and stop acting so crazy. And watch and see if you feeling something in your. It's something. Stop thinking, oh, I got best friends. Did you hear about the black guy who had white friends? He went on a ship. He went on a boat with them, and it was a boating trip. They came back. He did not. That's the second time I've heard that story. 2 years ago, I heard the same story. I don't know if it's the same company, but the same story that a black guy went on a boating trip with white friends, co-workers. They came back. He did not. I would love to know if this is the same company. I'm serious. I heard the same story 2 years ago, and I just heard it this weekend where a black guy went on a boating trip with his friends, co-workers, his friends, co-workers. He didn't come back. They did. And all of their stories are different. So you know them devils had something to do with it. I don't care what nobody said. Them devils had something to do with it. Let me see what you said. Right. They're not for us. Yes, they always destroy themselves. They always destroy themselves, and he always sends somebody to fight for us. That's their children. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling my husband, I said, honey, I said, what's gonna end up happening? Those parents are gonna get tired of seeing their babies out there and the police harassing them and pouring gas on them and you know and all this little whatever stuff that they're doing. And those parents are gonna get mad and they're gonna start rising up against the police because they're doing all of this stuff to their babies. Now, when they was doing it to our babies, it was no big deal. But now they're doing it to their babies. Let's see what happens. Let's sit back and enjoy the ride. I'm just gonna say, when it's time to make that great exodus, y'all better be ready. I keep talking about the gold and silver. You guys make sure that you are buying your silver right now. You can buy silver from Money Metals. The number is 1-800-800-1865. Okay. Buy your gold and silver right now. Silver is the lowest. Buy your silver. You can get the 1 ounce Eagle brand, or you can get the Canadian leaf. Okay. The Canadian leaf is cheaper. It's silver, and you want to make sure it's 9.999. Okay. Also, if you have money in the bank, get your money out, invest it in silver. If you have a 401k, talk to your financial advisor about you switching it over to silver. Yes, you might have to pay a penalty, but guess what? If you have to pay $1,000, so what? You're going to make that back in one token, one coin, 1 ounce coin is going to get up to between $5,000 and $7,000. So guess what? So what if you have a $2,000 tax bill? Okay. But my thing is, you have one coin that's going to be worth $5,000. So it doesn't matter. Excuse me, it doesn't matter. If you spend $25 for a coin, okay, the leaf, the Canadian leaf is only $23. So if you spend a few dollars and you get penalized for that, so what? You have to understand Trump is resetting the economy. If you have credit cards, max them out. I'm just saying, because guess what? He's going to credit card debt gone, financial aid, as far as student loans gone, house are going to be paid off. He's going to reset the debt. But guess what? Africa, now you guys go with me here. Who has all the gold and silver? Who has all the diamonds? He said the first shall be last and the last shall be first, right? Africa had the gold and diamonds all the time, and they still do, right? So who's going to be on top? Africa. They still have the gold and diamonds. They still have that. The gold and silver. They still got it. So who's going to be on top? Africa. Oh my God. You guys don't see this. Does anybody see this but me? I know my mind. I go there. My mind goes there because I watch everything. Let me see what you saying, Miss. Let's see. 318. What you saying? Yes. Get your yes. Yes, don't forget. I just ordered my emergency kit. You get a medical emergency kit, and it's 100 and I think I paid $139 for two. It was two. It was for two people, and I got my emergency kit. I got the pills for the water. I need to get the straw. I have a radio in there, and it was a lot of stuff. And I still need some more stuff. I want a tent. They gave me a tent, but I still want my own tent. They gave you just a little It's a silver tint. It's like to keep you warm. Then you have a blanket in there also to keep you warm. But I think we need to make sure you have your water at least for 6 months. Make sure you have non-perishables. I'm saying because you guys are not, Revelations is happening right in front of your face and we don't even realize it because the church is not teaching you. The church didn't teach you about stuff like this. And we're so busy looking at the wrong people. When you're looking at the wrong people, you don't know who to look at. Okay. And I don't even know what to say about this Nick Cannon stuff. I'm not even going to go there because I do believe that I don't understand why you're apologizing for truth. If that's your truth, that's your truth. Okay. I don't agree with apologizing for truth. If that's your truth, if they don't come and prove you different, or if they can't come and say, hey, this is proof why da da da, debunk it scriptural wise, then I'm not apologizing. Unapologetical for anything that comes out of my mouth. Because I've thought about it, and if it's truth, definitely I'm not apologizing for it. But my thing is, Black folk have been so busy building other people's wealth. Okay, just like he said, he built them a $1 billion. He built them $1 billion empire, right? Why would you build it for your enemy and not for yourself? And answer me that. I don't understand. Why am I going to build $1 billion anything for anybody else and not for myself first? I don't understand that. I think that was and our entertainers have sold us out. And instead of them getting the entertainment, making your money, they could come together collectively and build their own and not even use them to help them. I'm just saying, why have we not done this before? Now we needed it. Why wasn't it done already? You've seen how they treated you, and you stood and allowed them, and you still standing there, allowing them to tell you what you can and can't say. Guess what? First Amendment said that we can say what we want to say, right? Everybody else can say what they want to say except Black folk. We have to, oh, Master, can we say that, Master? What? What? What happened to the First Amendment? What happened to freedom of speech? If you look like a clown or you look like a devil and I call you one, then guess what? That's my opinion. Freedom of speech, I can call you one. All you got to do is accept it or not and keep moving. If you're not a devil, then you're not a devil. I just said you was. And if you not, then what the heck you care? Why would you get so mad if something's not true? You feel me? I'm just saying, you guys, it is time. Yes. I'm telling you, it's almost like hold on, let me see. The pawn shop. Okay. You know what? It's so upsetting because I see that we're not being prepared for what's coming. I talk to Black folk all the time about this silver thing, right? They look at me like crazy. Somebody said, "Oh, American Dollar's not going anywhere," and I'm like, "Have you went to the store lately and couldn't get change? Where do you think the coins are going? Why am I in the store and I ask for change for $1 and they don't have change? Tell me why. Tell me why the coins. Where are the coins going, family? Where are the coins going? I just saw it on my phone. Where are the coins going? Have you heard of that? Pimpy Investment talks about it, and Lynette Zhang, she talks about it on YouTube. Pull them up. They'll talk about the silver and gold. Since I know some on here need to hear white folk tell them that, pull Lynette Zhang, Lanettee, Zhang, Zang. Okay, and Pimpy Investments, Pimpy Investments. Those two talk about the reset, and they talk about the gold and silver. So if you need some white folk to tell you, go ahead. You got those are your two. Because I know some people are not going to hear Black folk tell them nothing. I'm just saying that's just the mentality. And you would think that we would work on that mentality. You would think that maybe I heard a girl at work and she was talking about a Caribbean shop. Caribbean food. I'm sorry, Caribbean food. And she said the girl was really rude. And I said, "Well, did you talk?" She said, "Well, I'm not going back." She was so upset. And I said, "Well, did you talk to the owner about what was going on?" She said, "Oh, no, I don't feel like I need to talk to the owner." I'm like, "Yeah, maybe the owner does not know." I said, "But you go to Walmart every day, and Walmart treats you like crap." I said, "You go to white stores all the time, and they treat you like crap. But what do? We still go back. Okay. So why didn't you say something the same way you would say at Walmart, the same way you would say at Food Lion? Why didn't you say nothing? Why didn't you, okay, today, get the owner's phone number, get the owner's name, and make a trip up there or call up there and say, hey, I want to talk to the owner when she's there. And you talk to the owner, tell her what's going on because obviously, maybe that she could have just got hired. She could have had a bad day or the owner wasn't there. So you don't know what she could have lost her mom that day, could have lost her daughter, could have lost a dog. Anything could have happened. I asked her, I said, communication is good. Why didn't you talk to the owner instead of you just, oh, I'm not going back? But we give white folk chance after chance after chance after chance, and they cheat you, they cheat you, they cheat you, they treat you like crap, and we still go back, don't we? But we won't give our fellow man the same attention, the same chance after chance after chance, will we? Tell Boy, I don't know what if God, if you don't get this, Yahshua, if you don't do something, I don't know how we're gonna get together. And I do believe that we're gonna get it together, but it's gonna take him doing it. I do believe that. This is going to take him doing it. Um, oh wow, you had some dreams, huh? Wow, 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 wow. 2014, huh? Wow. Going food, yes. We have to yes. And that's what we're going back to. We're going back to the gardening. We're going back to, and it's going to take us right now because with them resetting the economy, a lot of us are not going to be prepared. A lot of us are going to be left, and this time right here is the time for for black people to get their wealth back. This is the time right here because if you go and get you at least 100 coins or 50 coins, 50 times $5,000 to $7,000 is how much. I'm just saying that'll be a start for you to get to Africa to do some things and run your business because we are going to have to leave here. And I hope you are thinking about that, family, because when that door opens, you are going to have one opportunity to leave. And if you don't, you're going to get stuck here and tribulation is going to happen. I do believe that we're going to have tribulation and it is going to be some church folk here, or some Israelites here. Two-thirds will die. And the ones that are going to be stuck here because you didn't leave, you're going to die. I'm just saying it just like that. You're going to die. Okay. So if you stay here and you don't take that door, you don't walk through that door, when you have an opportunity to walk through that door, you're going to may as well say goodbye to your life because you're done. Because they are going that bill. They have an HR 6666 bill coming out. A Black Panther. He used to be a black. Well, he was a black. He is a black man, but he used to be a Black Panther. He is the one that created this bill, and he's passing the bill. But it's always somebody that in our skin that white folk can use them to do this craziness, and we don't say anything because we look and say, "Well, somebody black doing it," but who's behind it? Who's pushing him out there? Who's pushing him out there? They're waiting for us to take our rightful places. They are waiting for us to take our rightful place. And we're waiting for who? We're waiting for white folk to tell us we can take our place. They're not going to tell you. So you're going to do what? You're going to stay the same? You know what? Schools were closed. This was a great opportunity, family, for us to get it together where we can teach our own children. Did we take that opportunity? No. What are we doing? We're waiting for it to open so that we can go back to the old. Oh God, please, please help me. You know what? I don't know. I don't just. I need a gavel. I seen Vicky Diller with her little gavel. I be wanting to hit me a little gavel sometimes. I get so agitated. I'm like, oh man, we have been waiting. We've been waiting for them to reset, right? But we've not done anything to improve our situation. We've not done anything to come out on top. We This is our time to be in leadership, and we've not even planned to be in the lead. We've not even, I can see things changing even as I look around and I see different black owned businesses come popping up. I see trucks and I see, I even see black owned businesses in tents, under tents now. And I'm like, well, start somewhere. That's good. Start somewhere because I know, and I'm telling you, I've tried to support. I'm telling you, we need a mom and pop store on the corner. And I think if we had like five or maybe call it a community store, and you had like maybe 10 people that could get the store together, maybe take $200 a piece, and buy, go to the, and get your little food together, and rent a little building, and you pay, maybe each person pay like $50 for the rent, getting $50 each person, collect $50 and take a collection. It's this community store, and you take a collection, and you'll have your rent, and then your partners, you guys continuously buying food, and each month you're gonna put a little more to it. Milk, bread, what you need. You get your list of things that you need, and then as you sell, as you're selling that, you replenish in your business. We need that so bad. We need to replace Walmart's. It might not be as big as Walmart in the beginning, but if there's a start, at least we start somewhere. At least we try to do something. But if we don't ever start, what are we going to do different? When are we going to do something different? When are we going to do something for us? If we have to start somewhere, so where do we start? If we're like, oh, we're gonna come on, they're waiting for us. The world is waiting for us to take our rightful places, our rightful positions, and we're still waiting for them to lead us. We're waiting for somebody to come, the in white supremacist group, and say, okay, this is where we're going. Okay, I don't want to say the word on live. Okay, I'm just saying, no. Israel is supposed to lead Israel right now. We don't need them leading us. We should be leading them. And we got them leading us. We're waiting on them to lead us. Why are we waiting for them to lead us? Why are we waiting for them to lead us? This is the time that everything is reset. Our minds should be resetting. Our lives should be resetting. We should see us stepping out in front, stepping out, being leaders. We should see that we can do this. We've not been leaders for so long. We've just allowed them to suck the leadership out of us, to suck the blood out of us, to suck the life out of us. We've allowed it. So you can't blame anybody for this right here but yourself, family. We can't blame white folk any longer because this was our turn to reset. This was for us. He shut things down for us to get it together, and we still waiting. We're sitting up there waiting. Well, when we gonna go back to work? When my job coming? Oh, I didn't talk to my manager. When she gonna call me? Your manager ain't calling you. He was calling you to step up to be your own manager, to be your own store manager, to be your own owner. So what are you waiting for? What are you talking about? I'm waiting to go back to work. What? This was your time to create a homeschooling group, to get it together where we can teach our own children. Rent you a building, family. Charge each, you can get 20 kids there. Charge them $50 a week for rent. Your rent shouldn't be any more than $600, $300. If you get a little storefront, you can section it off. First grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade. You might have to go up to fourth, fifth grade for this year. And then next year you can go up to 12. I'm just saying, pool your monies together. This can be done. You have children, teach your own children. We need to teach them code of behavior. We need to teach them how to Black history. We need to teach them about our culture. We need to teach our own children. There's some great books out here. Wesley, with Dr. Wesley, okay, he's got a great book about masculinity. Okay, discovering the Black civilization, the destruction of the Black civilization, and that amazing book. Everybody should read it. I'm just saying, these are things that we can start teaching our children because we existed before slavery, family. Our children need to know that. We can teach our children, get back on code, because guess what? If you send them back to those schools now have books that's telling you that you are an indigent and not a slave. They are trying to rewrite history. So guess what? If I rewrite your history, I don't have to pay you for reparations because you're not going to remember it anyway. I'm just saying. I digress. I get so excited. Please forgive me, y'all. I get so excited. I do. Because I get so frustrated. And I'm like, God, we got to wake up. Because they rewrite your history and they're telling you now, it's in the books now, that we were indigent servants. We were indigent. I mean, no, we were, yeah. No, we weren't. We weren't indigents. We were slaves. That we came over here willfully. Now they're trying to rewrite our history. Because guess what? All they have to do is start with babies, kindergartens, in the kindergarten, and you're not talking about slavery at home, and they're learning about indigent servants in the books, and they're calling them indigents. Okay, if they're learning about indigents in the book and not slaves, we're not going to know that we were slaves. So guess what? How we going to get reparations if you don't remember? Well, I don't need to pay you reparations if you don't remember being a slave. And I know they probably wish they had done that way back when we came out of slavery and wiped it out of our minds. Then we wouldn't even remember slavery. But they didn't. But they're going to do it now. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, it's falling now. Trust me. It's falling right now. But when he tell you to move, you better move, because that door is not going to remain open long. When he say move, that second Exodus, because the same way it happened with Egypt, it's going to happen with us. Because that was who we were. The same way it happened back then, it's going to happen again. I did not want to stay on here that long. I just wanted to kind of talk about, because that mask thing really really on my mind. I'm telling you, that mask, and it's hard to believe that they're not using this mask. I don't. You're not going to tell me that they're not using those black masks. You're not going to tell me they're not. But you know, a whole lot of black folk not thinking about this. They're not thinking like this. 318. I'm gonna call you 318. They're not thinking like this. They're not even. It has not even crossed their mind. But I know that they made those masks. I know they're making them. Why are you making them? Why would you need them? Why would you need them? Why you don't even like black folk? Why you want to walk around looking like us? And did you hear the man say, "Ooh, it's ready. It finally came." What do you? What were you waiting for it for? Where are you gonna wear it? And why do you need it? You gonna wear it in your house? Why do you need it? That's very questionable. Why do we need it? I'm gonna tell you, family, things are changing right before your eyes. If you don't have some firepower, a mace, knife, something to protect yourself, you are a fool. You are a fool. And I still see black men walking around with nothing. I'm just saying, you are a fool if you don't have some help. Then the drive-bys started again. Yes, they were doing it. Remember, notice now, since we've had the protesting, they've been doing it more and more, right? They want you to feel that we can't do this without them. But we've not put anything in place. We want to dismantle, we want to defund, but we've not put anything to replace them. We have got to put something to replace them. And I'm gonna tell you what, the NFAC is the best thing going right now. We need them. We need them in place now. We need them in place right now, because they want to make us look like we need them. We want the police back, and they're gonna go back and say, "Hey, put them police back on the street." Okay, uh-uh. We should have had something in place by now to defend ourselves, to at least patrol our own neighborhoods. And we have vets, okay, retired vets that have been to the service, that know how to do this, that know how to run an army, that know how to run a platoon, that know how to run, know how to do, have IT. Yeah, ain't that something? Ain't that's you're right. It is. I don't understand about the bleaching stuff. I just say self hate. It just comes down to self hate. Nobody wants to be black anymore. And I remember, Strange. Hey, yes, I don't understand the bleaching stuff. My thing is, I think it's all about self hate. It's all about you just self hating. Um, and that's all I can think of. We talk about, our men, and how, they're dating the white women, they NFL players, all of the when they get money, what do? They want to upgrade to a dysfunctional zero. That's what I call them. They're downgrading. You think you're upgrading when you marry a white woman? You're downgrading to a dysfunctional zero. You're gonna leave a 10. How do you leave the best to go to a piece of dookie? How do you leave? How do you go? That's just like people eating shrimp. Say, "Oh, I love shrimp," and not understanding you're eating roaches. It's like you go. Why don't you go to go get some roaches and eat those? That's what you're eating. So my thing is, I look at men and I say, "You think you're improving? You're going to a dysfunctional zero." And then when you see them like 3, 4, 5 years from now, they looking so miserable. And I look at them in the store and I be like, "You're miserable, huh? Mm-hmm. Grass wasn't that green on the side when you got it, huh? All that dookie over there when you got over there, huh?" I'm just saying. They say, "Oh, grass look green on the other side." No, when you get over there and see all that dookie, no, I don't think so. I'm just saying. I digress. I'm just saying. It's just things that's really on my mind today, and this is why I came on, because these masks are really. It really bothered me when I saw the mask, and I had knew it before, but when I went on here, and I think I was looking for something else, and I happened to run into it, and then when I saw the unidentified army patrol people that running around arresting people or taking, kidnapping people. That's what I'm saying, kidnapping, because that's all they're doing, kidnapping people. They're not even identifying themselves. They're just arresting people or put them in a car, not putting handcuffs on them. You put them in a car, and where you taking them? I don't understand. Who are they? You don't even know who they are. They have nothing on identifying themselves. They're just snatching up people, putting them in a car. And I hope black folk don't get in them cars with them people. Fight to the death. I'm telling you, fight to the death. You're gonna have to kill me on that street out there, because I'm not getting in no car. I'm just saying. And if I can get, I'm just saying, y'all just be careful. Keep your head on the swivel. And hey, y'all, like and share this so we can get it out, because I really want people to understand about these masks and stuff. I couldn't do. I wish I knew how to, do the double, where I can do the screen where we can show little side effects and stuff, or little things that I, come up with, that I don't have to hold my phone up to the thing and, and do it that way, because all the glare on my phone and stuff. But yeah, but I do appreciate everybody that tuned in. But just thinking, just be safe, you guys. Keep your head on a swivel, and just know that 2/3 will die. Doesn't have to be you. Be smart and stop with all this mixing and mingling of our seed. Oh my God, that's another thing. Oh my God. He said, learn not the ways. He said, come from among them. And what are we doing? We are helping to keep them devils alive. We are helping to create, recreate, procreate. Yeah, procreate. We are helping to procreate our enemies. Can you imagine? You are helping to procreate your own enemy. And then what bothers me when I hear black folks say, "Oh, they're my friends," I'm saying, "Hey, that's just like calling the wolf or the fox her friend." You know what I'm saying? That's just like the chicken. And I think about the gingerbread man who was trying to cross the lake, and the fox said, "I'll take you. Get on," and he got on. That's what we look like when we call white folk our friend. That's what that reminds me of, when I, the chicken coop, and the fox is in the chicken coop, and the fox and the hen, and the hen say, "Hey, I want you to go with me across the street." And the fox is like, "Oh, you want me to go with you across the street? Okay, come with me. Yeah, okay." You big dummy. What in the world? Who calls your enemies friends? He said they will have a perpetual hatred for you. That means they're going to always hate you, no matter what you do. No matter if you sleep in the same bed with you. Because when you start talking black, they going to look at you like you crazy. Hold on, where did this come from? Because you're not black first. When you married to a white woman, or married to a white man, you are not black first. It's impossible to be black first. I look at Cornel West, who was supposed to be a civil rights leader. How are you a civil rights leader speaking for black folk if you married to a white woman? What in the world? That don't even look right to me. That don't even sound right. I look at him and it's just disgusting, because I know who he married to. I'm like, you talking up for black folk? How you talking up for black folk when you got a white wife? What can you say? Well, you don't even have a black. You don't even look black. You don't even talk black. You don't even have a black nothing now. You didn't gave up your black card. You sold that card. You tore that card up. Now you got I don't know what kind of card you got, but you don't have a black one. I'm just saying. But I digress. I just wanted to be on here a minute. I want you guys to just stay focused and keep your head on a swivel, because we are in some really unpredictable times. But if you know who we are, then they're not unpredictable, because your time is now, family. And if we don't understand that this is our time to do what we were put on this earth to do, you ain't gonna never get up and do it. If you don't understand, if you're not moving out and stepping out into the deep to understand who you are, whose you are, and what your gifts are, and why you were put on this earth, you're gonna be a servant for the rest of your life. Because now is your time. Now is your opportunity. Now is the time that he told you to rise, family, and not sit there looking, waiting on. I'm still waiting on my job to open up. Why? Why? You should have been planning. You had 3 or 4 months to plan what you were going to do when the economy opened back up. How are you going to be your own boss? Nick said he was a boss. Nick Cannon said he was a boss. You ain't no boss, brother. We know who breading your butter, who buttering your butter and your bread. We know who's buttering his bread. And when your enemy is buttering your bread, you're not a boss. You still clocking in because you couldn't say what you wanted to say, because they said, "Hold up, Negro, you ain't got it like that. We still got that behind, okay? We still own you. You ain't doing what you want to do up in here. We gonna call the shot. We still calling your shots, even though you bought us $1 billion. You made us $1 billion, but we still own that behind. Really? How does that make you feel? How do you think that makes him feel? You ain't got to be ashamed. You should be ashamed for yourself, because you set up there, made your enemy $1 billion when you could have been making yourself $1 billion. You could have done, all Nick had to do was make him a record, and he'd have got money, just like that black folk went out and bought that album, and he could have did his own thing. But you sitting up there want to beg them crackers for your bread and butter. You lost your dang on mind. Y'all, please help me out. Please help me out. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to digress, because I'm just going on and on and on and on and on. Okay, I digress. Thank you, family, for tuning in. I am going to uh, chill, give my blood pressure down, because every time I come on live, I just be so excited. I be hollering. My husband, you just be in there hollering. And I do, because I get so excited, and so, because I just want us to get it. I don't understand. I think the way I think, and I want everybody to think like I think. I just want us to be free. I want us to be free, 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 free. But with that said, family, I want you guys to have a great week. Be safe, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. No, actually, it's going to be on Friday. I have a special guest on Friday, and it's going to be about 11:30 on Friday. Okay, so I'll see you back on Friday. Take care. Peace.